Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another video here. As you can tell from the title, we have another Holo Taco collection, and again, this is limited edition and is probably completely sold out by the time you guys are seeing this. So just like we did with the Julian collection, we're just gonna try and dupe the vibes because there's no point in reviewing a collection you guys can't buy. And this is, as I'm sure you're all aware, the Gala? I've heard it pronounced both ways. I don't know if it's a regional difference. I say Gala, but I'm from the Midwest, so we say everything real nasally. So the Gala collection, and I'm wearing my most formal sweatshirt, my garbage culture sweatshirt, which honestly, I've had this for too long. Yeah, let's just hop right into everything. And by that, I mean I'm going to talk for like 5 more minutes before I show you anything. So let me explain what this is. So this is Holo Taco's 3rd anniversary collection. I have bought, and I think I reviewed the first 2. I did that right. I mean, you can see the second one right there. Oh, I pointed at it on the first try. So that was last year's. And this year's came in kind of a more conventional box, but it still is like a little bit fun. It's like an envelope, it's like an invitation. And this is textured and like an iridescent white, but it's like matte black here. And then it opens up and it says, "You're invited." And then there is like a little letter that Christine wrote that was put into all of these boxes. And the unit carton itself has like Holo on the bottom of it, and it gradients into like a gray and black. So these are pretty unique to all of her other unit cartons. And on the back, as per usual, it just tells you about the whole collection. I'm filming this on July 27th. There is still a little bit of stock available, not of everything and not of this box. So it didn't sell out as quickly as the Julian collection did. I don't know if they just had more stock or what, probably, but I do gotta say, this is the longest it's ever taken me to get a Holo Taco package. I got this yesterday, so I got on the 26th, and I ordered it on the 16th, I believe is when it dropped, so it took, oh no, it took a full 10 days, Hillary. What are you complaining about? But usually I get a much faster turnaround time. However, because there was an extra thing that I bought in addition to the collection, I think that's part of the reason why. I'm pretty sure they pre-staged the boxes for launches so that anybody who bought just a collection box, they can just slap the label on and send it on its way. And if you buy extra stuff, I've heard anecdotally, so this is not like I don't have proof for this, it takes a little bit longer. And in this case, when I bought one extra thing, it did in fact take longer. However, 10 days after a big launch, that's not really unreasonable. So I'm not like complaining, I'm just letting you guys know how that happened. So like I said, this is not a true review, although I do have full hand swatches for you. This is going to be more of a comparison to stuff in my collection, although I will give you some comments on how some of these polishes perform because they weren't all, you know, my favorites as well as far as like the formulas go, but some of it just comes with the territory of that formula. So let's go hunting in my collection for a few dupes for some of these. And we're going to be doing what I've said in the past, Hannah Louise Poston calls duping the vibe. So we're not going for a 100% perfect match. If we find it, that's great. But we're really just trying to keep the same energy of the collection here and find things that remind us of it. And maybe that will help with some of the FOMO people are feeling, or you want to save a little money or something like that. You know, you can shop your own stash. So we might have stuff that's in the same color family and not the same finish and things like that. We have a little bit of everything because this was a little bit harder for me to dupe out because they're all, you know, crazier finishes, but let's see how we did. So the first polish in the collection is called Featured Guest, and this is a very, very light gray holo. I think that they were going for a white holo, but in my opinion, this is like the lightest of grays. Some of these polishes I really only had one dupe for, and in this case, I have ILNP's Tombstone, and it is a very light gray with holo in it, but it also has some copper flecks running through it. So it is not an exact like 1-for-1 here, but like I said, it's got the same energy in my opinion. I was trying to look online to see if there were any other holo polishes specifically that could kind of match this color tone. And honestly, if you really want like a lighter gray, close to white type of holo, ILNP really is the one to go for. I was scrolling through their catalog and they had like 5 or 6 that, while they weren't exact as far as like this Holo Taco tone, they were so close. So, you know, because this is sold out, if you were really craving this type of color, go check out ILNP's holographic section because you'll find something. Next in the collection is Highest Bidder, and this is described on the website as a scattered flaky, oh my gosh, I've already forgotten, scattered microflake holographic polish in a soft gray shade. For me, yeah, I mean, I have stuff that's similar, but not exact. But this isn't a shade that I'm really drawn to either, so I don't know how common something like this is in the market. But what I did end up pulling out was Zoya's Jet. I feel like the colors are very, very similar on the nail. Jet just has bigger flakes running through it, and I don't believe that Jet is holographic. I think it is primarily silver. Yeah, I just shining a very official light on it. And yeah, Jet does look like to be a true silver, but if you really like that color tone, I feel like Jet could do it for you. Third, we have Smoke Show, and this is the one that I was like, oh, I can dupe that easily. Like, I already know, I've got stuff that's so similar. This is one of the like chunkier glitters that Holo Taco has done. This has like micro glitters running through it. It has hex glitters running through it of, it looks like 2 sizes, as well as square glitters running through it. And the base is like, this is very, very thick. And that is just the nature of something that has this much glitter in it. It's kind of a pain to manipulate on the nail. That's not really a fault of Holo Taco. It's just really the formula itself. Like these types of finishes, that's just how they are, but I don't love working with them. But right off the top of my head, I was like, isn't this like a dupe for a polish that she's already put out? And so on the left, we have Black Holo Wish by Holo Taco. And what you will notice is that Smoke Show is not only lighter in color as far as the base goes, but it is way more loaded with glitter, and it has those square glitters in there, which is unique to this polish. I don't think they're different enough that I would actively have striven to get both if I were not like a weird nail polish like psycho, but they're similar enough. And honestly, I like the darker tone of Black Holo Wish over this kind of like super silvery one of Smoke Show. And then on the right hand side, which was another one that instantly popped into my head, and I think a lot of people thought of this one too, that's Zoya's Imogen. And we have the same kind of, Imogen is way darker than the Holo Taco, but Imogen has a lot of glitter running through it. It is very packed. And again, it has micro, like super itty bitty holo glitter. And then it has more medium to like larger hex glitters running through there. And those hex glitters really reflect the rainbows. And I think that out of all 3 of these, I prefer the Zoya, just because I really like the darkest base with that super reflective holo. And you can buy this one. Like, you can't buy these 2 anymore because one was limited edition and the other is seasonal. So I don't know, we'll see. Okay, the 4th and final full coverage polish from this collection is called Blacklisted, and this is in that Frosted Metals formula that she released a couple seasons back. This is my least favorite formula that she's ever done. I just don't care for metallic-y looking stuff, and not, at least not this kind of like flakier metallic-y look. So it's not my favorite, but one thing I really find questionable about this one is, as you'll see on the right hand side, we have heavy metal mixtape, and I think that they look nearly identical. And I just think, why would you dupe a limited edition polish with a limited edition polish? Like, I just don't know what the difference is. The only difference I think is like one is a little bit silverier, if that's a word, but I just don't think you need both of these. I say, holding up both of these. And the other one that I felt kind of duped it out, but you know, it's not a perfect dupe, is an OPI, and this is a Nicki Minaj OPI. This is called Metallic for Life, and it is a deep black jelly base with these kind of like gunmetal glitters running through it, and they kind of mimic that flaky glitter that's running through the Holo Taco. So if you happen to have the OPI Nicki Minaj collection, you're in luck. Now, the last polish in this collection was a topper, and it is called Reflective Taco. Now, I don't have anything that could ever dupe this out. I just don't have many reflectives, and I don't have any reflective toppers. So this is actually a nice addition to my collection, because if I'm ever like feeling that weird urge to wear a reflective, and I want to wear a reflective of a color that I don't have a reflective in, I can just throw this over the top. The one thing I just don't get about this one is, while I think it fits with the theme of the collection, I wonder if she's going to release more reflectives in the future, or if this is going to be like a one-off. And I don't know, making it limited edition seemed kind of odd, but maybe they were trying to test to see how well it's going to sell before they put out more in a finish like this. Not really sure. I just feel like doing a finish for the first time and then making it completely limited edition seems like a weird move, but I am not a business person, so I don't know. Maybe it was just a choice they made. Either way, like, it's just a reflective topper. There are plenty of brands that have these out there. They're very easy to get your hands on. So if you did not get the Holo Taco one, but you wanted one, you can very easily find one. This one is very sparse. I think that you'd need a couple coats of it to really get a good reflectivity going, because otherwise it just doesn't have the punch that a lot of reflective polishes that I do have in the same way. And then finally, there was a purple that was released called Party of One Purple that I tuned into the live for about 2 seconds just to see if she was going to show anything, because there are no subtitles on her live, so I can't really listen to it. But everybody in the comments was calling this poop, and I did not love that. So I like the color, but I was like, guys, come on, gross. Yeah, I guess this is the one, I believe this is the one that started something called Lavender Gate, which people saw this and it was kind of like a shelved color, and then people were like, where's lavender? And it turned into Lavender Gate. And I think that this is the one that is associated with that, but I don't know totally. Surprisingly, I don't have an exact match of this, but I do have a step up in tone and a step down in tone. Like, one's a little bit darker and one's a little bit lighter. So I feel like if I combine the three, I could make a really cool gradient. But on the left, the darker one is Zoya's Skipper. And it looks a little bit dark on the camera, but I feel like it's not, okay, it's a little bit darker, but I tried. And then as far as the lighter shade goes, it's Ice Cream Nails Blackberry Mousse. So if you hold up all three, I feel like you could make a cute little gradient with that. But this is a nice tone of purple. I really like it. And this one is not limited edition. However, it did sell out, I think, before anything else did. So you can still get this, just not at this moment. It's out of stock, and you can go and sign up for like the restock notifications. So that's everything that I found for this collection. I have to admit, I wasn't as into this collection as I have been for other collections that are for their anniversary. Like, I liked last year's concept a lot. I thought it was really fun, but I don't know, this year it was just a lot more dark colors. I hope that next year maybe they do something brighter, I guess. Also, the theming of this, you know, like the black tie gala kind of event, totally lost on me. I am not a black tie person. The fanciness is just completely lost on me. Like, it's a struggle to even get me to wear like a dress, but you know, like I don't know. These types of events just feel very stuffy to me. And so I do like the box though. I think that the envelope style is pretty cute, and I think this is probably a throwback to their first box. That's one I don't have. Um but they had the same kind of patterning on it, I believe. And so it was kind of a cute little throwback, but then it's a little message to you. So the box was nice if you're into boxes. Overall, the collection was fine. If I had to pick a favorite, I would probably say featured guest, just because it is an unusual color for a holo. So I really did like that. It's like a light, very light bluey gray in my opinion. I didn't see a ton of like commentary about this collection. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I did see some people were complaining about reflective taco as far as like it doesn't look like it does in the pictures. And to that, I think it's just a misunderstanding of what this polish is. I think that because I checked the listing and I'm pretty sure Christine said it as well. This is something that it's only truly like showing its full potential under a bright light. You and I think we all know that, but I think people who are maybe newer to nail polish or who only know about nail polish through Christine might not be aware of how reflectives work. So I did see some people who were like wildly disappointed that this didn't look reflective like crazy, even when you weren't shining a direct light on it. I think that's just a matter of like people not understanding. But other than that, I think that the reception of this collection was mostly positive. I did see a lot of people saying they were going to pass on most of it or like only pick up some of it. I think that the hype surrounding this brand isn't fully dying, but I think that people are just slowing down on purchasing. And I did see that Holo Taco has talked about raising their prices sometime in the near future. So that might hurt it too, especially because it is already a more expensive brand, but we will see what the future holds. Anyways, that is it from me on this fancy little collection. Let me know if you guys could find any other dupes or any better dupes than what I found here. And yeah, I think I'll keep doing this format when a collection is limited edition, because I just feel like seeing how a polish performs doesn't really help me when I can't buy the polish, but I do like to be able to see, you know, comparisons. So, and you guys seem to like that too, so works for all of us. But anyways, that's it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.